Chapter 10 discusses a form of gospel promotion that is, I think, rarely discussed in many Christian circles today. It's the way the local church service, with its songs and preaching and creeds and prayers and all that other stuff, is actually a form of proclaiming the gospel. Let me tell you about a friend of mine named Emma. When I first met Emma, she was the news producer for Channel 10, a major secular broadcaster in Australia, and a full-on atheist. One of the first things she ever said to me was, "John, I'm an atheist. I was raised by an atheist. To be an atheist, don't you try and convert me." When someone that confident, that sharp, says that to you, it's a little bit confronting and a little bit of a challenge as well. And eventually, Emma came along to a church service. Now, this was because some mutual friends of ours were having their child christened. Sincere apologies to Baptists. But she came to this service that was a pretty normal church service, you know, songs, hymns, notices, little christening stuck in the middle, more songs, sermon, etc. And at the end of the service, she turned around to me and she said, "John, did you feel that spiritual feeling in the place?" And to be honest, I didn't. You know, it was pretty ordinary. But she really felt it, and she said to me, "Do you mind if I come back next week?" I said, "Oh no, that'd be fine, Emma, come along." So she came, same thing. She would say, "There's something really spiritual about this." And she'd always qualify it by saying, "Oh, I'm not interested, but could I come next week?" She came to several weeks in a row, and then eventually she heard about this course we ran in our church for inquirers, people who just want to know a little about the faith, can explore the life of Jesus. And so she turned around to me at the end of one of these services and said, "Do you think I could do that course, just as an intellectual exercise? I'm not interested." And we said, "Yes, Emma, you can do the course." Anyway, she came to the course, and to cut a long story short, by the end of the course, Emma, the full-on atheist, was a full-on unstoppable Christian. And she is just one amazing Christian woman to this day. But what is so interesting to me is that something Emma would have castigated, the humble church service, was the means under God of drawing her irresistibly to want to know about Christ. And I think this is sometimes neglected, the power of normal church. Our psalms, hymns and spiritual songs, our creeds, our confessions, even our notices, and of course our sermons, are actually all a proclamation of the wonderful news of God. You see this in the Old Testament Psalms, and you'll be studying one of the Psalms in this chapter. But we also see it in the New Testament in 2 or 3 really important passages, that the gathered praise of God's people has a power to bring those who overhear our praise irresistibly to join us in worshipping our great God. Tim Keller of Redeemer Church uses this expression he got from Ed Clowney, that it is doxological evangelism. As we declare the glory of God, we are actually evangelizing.